4. The another edition of Sports Arena, the bro free Sambre Kopem say about 12:30. And I be just for yesim kunya idea good evening say about no dey bro. You better share European games na ba so no. Na ya red teams no said the omo money mo sikwa no. E be di unkomo show no so local leagues so you won say teams ni be share e be so ti ahwe. E ba be di ni nyina unkomo. Ti also for adwen chebra dwumade ni so DJ Kwaku Slim ABN Radio 1 Street is watching. Ningina Facebook abeti no adwen chaba na ya kenka ma. YouTube no MYBET.AFRICA TV. MYBET.AFRICA TV also so ubetimi do adwen chaba na ya kenka odwumade no so e de ama ensuo de ni nipa nkwantu benu nsuo amekanfo akwa blue mineral water ene de ama se bomode a se wuti sika akoto nsuo se wutobi akofi na na ebusuafo akonom se wo pendudu atu aton na amanfo so atobi na so anya mfaso de akwa blue mineral water na medi one dance de amante bomode a se wo pensuo de a omo achi akwan na abehwehwe ubetwa beta 3Ws MYBET.AFRICA na de account na utwa ya udi ya na etua sika de ama bet nkomo de www.mybet.africa so nya twa obedi udi so aye betua ye online no obeso twa bet no ha akonya wo so betumi twa bet ope betting company say also so you a lot of options are MYBET.AFRICA retail shops and so and every year bia tuma okwa managers ne yebehwe and supervisors ne cashiers no yebe welcome kwanso nkokra so no wetimi twa bet bi na wetimi afeska na bibia akoso nyame adma say the Champions League week echina ene ne wukwada yebe refresh your customers into mention so my move mani nchem e your shops and a lot of them na nyame adma echina e refresh my no MYBET.AFRICA kwan e first what the customers are ye no madijuma from Emretinting ebepem sambre no nyame adma echina your retail shops no ye no be dijuma okwan to nkokra so ubowura mu na be Champions League matches ne bia na ya refresh na bibia etimi akoso e de amount list to atna say Vincent and Benedict the money man omo nyina atna say the entire production team so I ready I hwe na edijumade no etimi e de abraha hit mixer studio wa ha twa na edi free na ye edijumade ni free ye de ebromidin e de Calvin Asomadu obetimi afrem HOD mi na me edijumade ho chiame oso kan ho eni anyina ka bom de tia good evening smanya boabo no e de ebram abejafo mo kwa aba Bas Sports Arena na wo twin so yes start biem na yes start money man ma me no won start and o bibi adema ya na say yankomra
yeah share Champions League ni nti for china akode nyama betutu so me say do Champions League there fast kapan
yes
kai so china join from Champions League games ni na ko e be share games fefe ama wa won so betimi
well ma me no won start for me start baby apeso he wa ma no ni ngomo
okay amanoni de enim say weekend we games akese bebre ko so but game a obia etwe obia adwen Chelsea and Liverpool game ko so this weekend ye enim say these two teams with new managers and handle sesia ye nim fixture way history ekuta from Gerrard and them baba elmudi lusu title ebepem indra game so we line up our two teams ni parade na surprise bebre wo ye enim say ni enim Poseketis Jones ye player bi obetimenya starting 11 cra in this game but ye hu ni impact e wo game no Rhys James ye hu pictures are no start training in kakra te enim say at least obenya come on be maybe 20 minutes into the game later cra but optimistic game na a tactical changes our coaches me no o madwen so mu de tuja but I think say Indra say we a Chelsea fan na o hwe show ya time bia Enzo Maresca any boy Chelsea boy so ultimate dynamic ase because Enzo Maresca coach bia but the Chelsea be call enimpa from next season this season kwa mojide so betima gi trophy back mienu bi from next season e kono obetimi aye team ni year because we any changes any decision within games any game management or coach bia o make bold decisions and fa ho any player wo ball no and fa ho any nyama eko so Felice senior game ni kono so you know the obi ba obe you the obi aba Indra hu e woni changes bebre mu Indra de my Liverpool team winning game near one experience any Liverpool backline no experience any senior mabache because in himself Van Dijk Kunate Alexander-Arnold ni Robertson omababo almost 4 or 5 years ni into omuti omwase compared to Chelsea backline now this season in Pona Chelsea timabo the same backline at also I think 5 games cra so in this game no share two setup now Liverpool the experience any winning bibia because start of the game apart from expected goals any shot on target Chelsea FRBBR on start uhwe in-game play omutimi stop Liverpool from their normal setup and their normal way of progressing games, because in himself Liverpool they best start with Van Dijk to Robertson and Alexander-Arnold normal try pushy ball no they do with Chelsea pressing no now for the muntimi end start sir and both teams pressing no so we game no from minute 1 to minute 15 not both teams ultimu say tactical game no mobile obi am person pressing in your high because o pressing higher o be leave spaces a man a show into no be am press high omo ye mid pressing trying to say ombe hold the game no into you be force so no a mistake na for their pressure with two teams in na start game nessa and ya de back wa uhwe coaches mienu and slot your coach bia I think this game in ka Johan Club na Liverpool ke bia Chelsea beti and a Chelsea be win game no so uhwe the style of player those who are more attacking but defensively no we making sure say team near solid hold Chelsea ye pa with even changes Pedro Neto be mu no hu say Pedro Neto Emma Alexander-Arnold pressure no oyi Arnold Eddie Gomez by no person oma echihoye stable say na Chelsea intimi and use sa pace no mo introduce no etime win game no I think or a coach bia this season obe ha adwen pa yi because the style of play o take leader omutimi hold ya play ni say 1-0 say 2-0 obe hold ya play ni kaka kopem say obetimi wia the 80th and 90th minute or the game ni be ko na wie by him say under club na Liverpool are more attacking or more also with pressure ni bibia in draw tactical way back am steady o game no me Chelsea team hold you with press no and my Liverpool start your game no now for the Liverpool switch your game ni cry not Liverpool pa nya boa keeper ni ball straight hwe Salah because when him say Gusto on the left side ni nya natural position into say ball ni wo wiem na 1v1 with Gusto Salah bet me nya kwant na for the omo ball ni ko Salah so on hold their play non start ball na him say for the past 2 seasons 3 seasons who say Liverpool boss our ball ni bida ni na the tactical way mindset Enzo Maresca so at the bar game no into game ni there in general game ni ko ye say utiechi hwe as Liverpool fan as a Chelsea fan even as a neutral crowd na who say game no two teams neighbor no a tactical type of game two coaches ni na top but any me boss so na experience and my Liverpool etimi enya win and I think say Enzo Maresca ni changes be and the lineup no the starting game so a play factor but with on the left side na me hwe so dey we Renato Vega best starting but na me hu ni say Chelsea ni Bournemouth either Chelsea ni Bournemouth or Chelsea ni Crystal Palace mu baako we Vega ebamu but now share the way na the gameplay especially being tight na emboano I think say no so play factor and no na game way maybe one start no and Rhys James on the other hand him say Rhys James a player bia even back from injury no form or the be ma no a chain bia you last season against Crystal Palace or back from injury in the first touch assist Jackson in a goal and at this game do say from injury a long-term injury no a very solid. So with this game, I think Enzo Maresca this season, obeboa Chelsea ye. We a Chelsea fan a lose nearby, but so if a game ni ye pandia, we ni beji with the style of player team ni boy, with even the way of team ni Liverpool a gina team boy. We a Liverpool fan so I'm winning because I slot a coach bia. Mate Maka say you are in club upgrade kakra because or no any defensive stability in the team no. Ebe boom going forward because in himself league the obet magia. Goals yen shell and our goals are goals are be consider a play factor into say utimi about 8 games I consider 3 goals nature say or born home modern defensively the back one some seasons ago na Liverpool problem into HOD with Amanonidi I think with Chelsea Liverpool game we and the back na most exciting game mami this weekend metacho.
Well, I mean, I say, I drink Odiaba, na minko visit. Maminti also pick after the games. Of course, I'm on no. Meaning, baby, I person will shall say.
Yes, actually, another car, Monsembe break can ye pa, especially our money. Measure Arsenal game, actually. Now, you see, before season is started, you know, you will never be a man for Arsenal as the dark arts team at this season. A lot of things you can ask Latin and they believe that if we involved with that dark art any side in the manner it beats me about marginally because the 2 previous seasons of Makoina say yes or more league now then no more lose the league, you know, because of 1 or 2 reasons. And actually this season, only 2 sides per and now my day Omaje 3 or more red cards in the history of the Premier League since 2012 to 2013. Mokwa trophy no. And since 2016, it be NC say why Ubeji 3 or more red cards now Kwakwaji league. It tells you say they before Ubeji league you have to be disciplined. And this season you second yellow Declan Rice Ekoji in red card free mo. I mean we also saw same for Leandro Trossard and Afe or more key player back home so they William Saliba Swepra. Some of the Arsenal fans will tell you say the 2 previous seasons, even the first season, William Saliba prior no, and I'm almost starting lose pointer, more entity Angel League and Ababaye Adia a hard dream yepa, but actually Arsenal red card a Branton the William Saliba G no, Ababaye the 107th red card Arsenal as a team. Omo Aji, and even under Mikel Arteta, Oma G red card 18 and an Arsenal Aji, which is 6 times more than any other team about Premier League since Arteta ever take it over our Arsenal. And you see, say, who check the history of Premier League, a team of red card can say pie Everton, Waji 108, and then the Arsenal Aji 107th. Looking at how the Arsenal players are playing. The dark arts and then how omoye because we don't want to lose some points. So if they play an equa or before and watch yellow card not why you know. Looking at how they are playing this season, any one wants Arsenal beat when you are 3 or more red cards. I can't imagine who and Arsenal will be the ties record with Everton teams Omania, the most red card. And is it right now people have started raising the concern say they are not sure say Arsenal a bit me add a leg this season because of records are backing some of the teams even in the early 1990s more about 2000s no only 13 teams per energy league now more than 3 or 4 red cards in the season and I mean there are only few teams per and my side and say bia obenya 3 or more red cards now G League no bako Man United and Chelsea apart from these teams no and be anti-Zida even Pep Guardiola time crowd bar City our Belgians no the only year Guardiola any more than 3 or 4 red cards that season no and a Liverpool the J League no into no akwakwe bibia was say any say team bi wo ho na say obeje more red cards and time see since 2012 2 teams when I Chelsea ni Leicester pen 3 or more red cards our Magic League but if for the past 8 years 9 years since 2016 would you 3 or more red cards are only discipline because you are losing some of your key players because recently who lose Declan Rice who lose Leandro Trossard and they who lose Branton and Eddie William Saliba in the next games on ball Babe have so would records are any nature say Arsenal might not win the league this season because of how they are playing that cat and I've seen almost supporters no resist some mistakes some near BSS will game especially no Chelsea Liverpool game no Ryan Gravenberch FR Chelsea is it Moises Caicedo we born or so ball and people believe in say the referees are not consistent enough in the Premier League and Mikel Arteta concerns are man for starting areas he has to pay attention to it because in Saliba no the next time a bit my Odegaard a bit my Bukayo Saka and that dark art now maybe the Arsenal players ain't me and open so your dark art doesn't mean say you have to be in discipline you have to be getting cards and bibisa so I think say with concerns now man for a reason it's going to be a very huge factor for Mikel Arteta say they obey me I break it because Ocean in his style of even Madika can say 5 years 6 years or Arsenal 18 red cards and Arsenal Aji, more than any other team, 6 times more than any other team in the Premier League. And see, I think that our game against Bournemouth no Lucian was the only first timer. Means that some of the Ghanaians are for the past 2 years. I almost supported Arsenal say because of Thomas Step identity, Arsenal Angel League, all these players and now all these people, we can almost support Bournemouth. Say. And can't transfer my young woman be more finch as an show. And people also saying that so 2 goals na party journey against Sudan. Or Bemo for this 2 goals no. I'm a party and say Ghanaians are really angry at Thomas Party because of the AC. I mean with the international break. And I'm excited. I'm excited to see what will happen next 2 weeks international break. If Party Besnaka say he doesn't feel comfortable to fly to Ghana, and I say we are bassa, but that is just by the way. And now HOD Chelsea fans maybe more energy. We say also more energy. List also more energy. And Benedict also more energy. Some Chelsea fans. Chelsea fan beauty be also more energy because team na Enzo Maresca.
Team I show
no. That is what I'm trying to say. Also more energy.
No, I'm saying team I show me many
a project. On say Chelsea started project. People were laughing. Hey, in a project, 1 billion project. But right now, even the players who are not currently with the Chelsea squad are doing so well that a man for believe that these players become one. Ebe Sanswaye, I mean another one. Ebe Bustoma because this is a Chelsea sider. Only, I mean a Dutch coach and a boy in iron slots. Now Chelsea had dominating possession in the first half, in the second half, and in the overall game. Chelsea had more shots on target than Liverpool team. No, Chelsea had more touches in our opposition box. Chain Liverpool team. No, that game was the game. Chelsea had both teams. No, one was the best defensive side in the Premier League this season, and Chelsea had the second best attacking team this season in the league. And yet still, in as much as Liverpool no more keeping 5 clean sheets, they couldn't keep a clean sheet against Chelsea. Can't get see Nicholas Jackson and Madika said Jackson, we need to have a proper conversation about Nicholas Jackson. We need to, because this season in 8 games, he's been involved in 8 goals, 5 goals, 3 assists. Incredible stats. Also the stats class and no go no share no. Was share, I mean goals class and can have it overall career with Chelsea. Nicholas Jackson had a season and 8 matches and ISR record. And I think that we will have to get time. That was so time. Nam sounds run Nicholas Jackson career as a footballer and I think that because Enra Yonko Brazil Estavio William Messinho Aya DB I think say I will say one abaso wire record or breaking Neymar record no as the only under 17 player in this century, in the 21st century, so be involved in more goals in the Brazil top flight. Obakaya before Neymar baby move from Santos Abeba Barcelona. Neymar was the best player under 17 years ever Brazil league. Record that Neymar ever hold Brazil top flight was in 2009. Neymar was involved in 16 goals and assists in the Brazil top flight. And people were believing say Vinicius Junior, Rodrigo Goes, Abrante ya mkofa ni free team and we are about Madrid. Oh, Bobby Charlton. Oh, Hendrick. No committee member case our record, but no. It took the Chelsea future, Estavio William Messinho, and Emma Branton break his record. And you see, for the past 3-4 months, Branton has been in the limelight. Oprah, no asing back, no baby make goals, or baby make assist for Palmeiras. And this is a boy, HOD, will make it 2 appearances for the Brazil national team. Rafinha and Anthony. Anthony Crampo say no because of Estavio William into the Brazil national team. No, he's not even closer to Brazil national team. No, and this is a boy. He's just 17 years old, playing for Palmeiras, and we're breaking Neymar da Silva recorder Neymar yeah Brazil top flight and this is a player people believe that even with the potential and what he's doing how the modern football no it's me about anymore no he can do more than what Neymar on a career. Is actually over in football attacking wingers and our wingers we have 3 types of wingers.
Okay.
Your wingers are omono take on wingers. And all wingers are omoye runner wingers. And all wingers are you from the creator wingers. Actually take on wingers no wait my bobi to say Sadio Mane. Wait my bobi to say Adama Traore. Wait my bobi to say Rafael Leao, Jeremy Dokumo. Omunya ball na 1v1 situations. Madreke mo obetwe 1v1 onyanya ball ne pe obaso a you obe take on no they create chance e their money other teammates anytime they obenya ball ne bia he try say obetwe nipa baako mienu asena ne obe release ball. These are the take on wingers and now players no mere runner wingers no omo no they rely on their pace omo timi running in behind defenders and as our players we know say unya ball now we're in transition period obitima our board so say no dey go over obit Raheem Sterling obit say Rashford so obit Rafael Leao say runner winger
na Modric.
yes and Modric. These are players that they rely on their pace or no so nya ball or kase or the ball be far one enya fi na obayin keche or wo so far ho eni unya counter attacks na wo runner winger uma obe ball no so sa na odi akọ na eni or their create chance ama ni other any all creator wingers no omo the adwen no mbobo more say omo ahoden any omo speed no they create chances omo ball no and the creator wingers no actually omo na the best of all obenya as a winger. They do everything. Omo take on wingers. Omo sanso ye runner wingers. And they possess all the qualities as a winger, also winger. And that is what Abrant and the Estavio William. Oh yeah. A ban 1v1 situation, so take you on. Obetimi crowd take you on 2v1. He will do it. A ban say in transition period, in your counter attacks, you for ball in running in between the spaces of players. He can do that. And this is Estavio William and can players are omutimi ye what Estavio William ewo Palmeiras no. Creative wingers and say creative wingers no. Omo share and also. You talk of Leo Messi, you talk of Eden Hazard, you talk of Neymar, you talk of Ronaldinho, and even in Premier League you talk of player bit say Salah. And obema goals, or more assist, and maybe obi answer back akra na but I don't know. He is not too talented. Bit Bukayo Saka. These are some of the names that remember as the creator wingers. And obi to say Kopama. If Kopama is playing on the left side or from the flanks, he's a creator winger because in one situation he would Diego Dalot. Oh, Chelsea game in yen creating chances, you use your body and find him. And I think that Chelsea fans needs to be happy. For this a boy Nyame Adoma July obe join Chelsea team no. And you see one thing about Estavio he say in Brazil for the friend Messi when he say they believe that the boy is a combination of Messi and Ronaldinho. That is why Brazil for the friend Messi because he's a left-footed player and one was that Messi body swerve now or DM Messi didn't body kwana were two players be to boy yes and and one thing abwa Estavio William is ni body manipulation. Say Estavio the ball your strikers be more they are very good with that thing. Ubebo player bit say Suarez, Lewandowski, and some few attackers be no me say we say omudo mbod because both a ball or the near chase. Now within seconds, the body alone will change how you the defender you want to defend the ball. And so not be hit the ball. Estavio William can be in a tight corner. On what go but or bet the body then no a hit the ball ni na ball no I can't target and or their creative chance. That is some of the scouting reporter Ewa Branton when I think say the Chelsea fans and will be supporting Chelsea should be happy with what Enzo Maresca is doing, any the kind of players are Nyame Adoma, Sama, and Wabe Johnny Tim. You share your boy here in the Strasbourg. He's been winning player of the month for Strasbourg, team of the week, day in, day out, week in, week out for the French league. And this is a player also Wabe Caicedo. Any the Lavia mo and you see Enzo Maresca, he's blessed. And Conquer for the past 2 years, 3 years, Chelsea, since Thomas Tuchel, Chelsea has been struggling to get, a coach. Omato players from Pochettino, Graham Potter, Lampard, they couldn't, do anything. But looking at this Chelsea setup, I think that the only thing at Chelsea be here, another Edward Mendy. So Chelsea another Edward Mendy. HOD. It's not too late. Chelsea beat Magic League this season.
Edward Mendy in the first season and in the second season.
I'm saying, listen, Chelsea will need an Edward Mendy.
And I mean, besides in the first season and
the Edward Mendy by your match, Chelsea, Brian Champions League.
But second
right now, record away.
How long have you supported Chelsea?
Oh,
I
didn't know that.
Peter check.
No.
Yes, if
I'm not
listen. You see, if you want to mention a goalkeeper,
for conceding 15 goals a season.
No. Minyawi master man.
Then now Minyawi.
Didn't Minyawi master man can say.
Obia Oti Obia. Listen.
No.
In recent part.
Minim say Peter check.
If you are talking, Tina Mibuza also support Chelsea. Where listen, Obia will say where you are going.
Chelsea.
Ose, you stress on it. Ose,
Chelsea.
If Chelsea,
I'm comparing this squad to Thomas Tuchel squad now. Because in Thomas Tuchel squad, I'm going to manage league. That is what I'm Chelsea.
No,
if Chelsea beat me,
you're now I'm for when John Becker so.
No.
But at the end of the day,
no. I didn't even say Chelsea need a quality goalkeeper.
And it's only the yardstick of Chelsea and already a canal. Will you mention Mendy ahead of it? Because
I'm not mentioning.
You are talking about the league. Listen, maybe Oka League as Chelsea bet me league. Mendy won for Chelsea and league.
Yes,
but we had the goalkeeper who won the league with Chelsea.
On say, 15
goals.
Record or Champions League.
Nade.
And so now I call Peter check because your goalkeeper. That's a quarter in about Chelsea. They won the league.
Listen, no. When you are talking about, listen, the achievement of Chelsea as a team, open goalkeeper in recent times. Why are there? Most of goalkeepers by Chelsea
in the history of the Premier League.
Yes. So if you have that class over there, now sound on
early days yet say you don't compare any goalkeeper to what Peter Cech matches because that 15 goals a season and the number of titles for Chelsea.
You know 15 goals no concede mu 13.
Yes, that is why I'm actually making Chelsea. Anytime if I remember something because you have to be in Edward Mendy's shoes and now we do that Peter Cech. Pedigree our Chelsea. Right now, the difference is here. Omunyandru, Thiago Silva, so with Chelsea, team, whatever Enzo Maresca is doing, I'm happy. But the moment Menziho, Kendrick Paez, Muabe Kahon, me right now, Madika said, Haaland Krabba Chelsea, I have better on bench because of Neymar.
Vincent, yeah, now me and you serious kaka with our conversation. Listen, debut when you start some of these things,
my man can say,
who is the best striker in the Premier League? Chances are, Chairman Ejina anymore about to Chini. So Haaland in your chances. Do you think you will make
Haaland or Chelsea?
Aye.
Haaland. What message chances saying all the strikers in the Premier
League? Mamin Kasa Munche.
Mamin Kasa.
But the number of chances are City creating Emma Haaland or Chelsea only has chances maybe. You understand?
Listen,
and the kind of pressure what Chelsea.
Pressure what Chelsea HN City.
Actually, that's something.
Say
now City pressure. City or pressure. City. City or pressure.
Now Chelsea or pressure.
Papa, the whole Premier League.
Why do you say that?
Hey,
tell me, why do you say that?
They have to make it.
Nicolas Jackson. Timibo season. I had 20 goals contribution.
Yeah.
Near say wasan.
Because they are looking at the squandered chances.
Yes,
or saying,
and I'm saying that squandered chances not saying.
Aye.
And Haaland that season.
At the end of the day, Haaland is saying remember. At the end of the day, Haaland is saying Haaland contribution bois Emma City
because if Chelsea will
he wins the top scorer of the Premier League. In as much he's also a lot of the chances. No, the goals now watching. You may season. No, now look at the number of goals I watching.
So who defense? Our private squad. Now we defense. How many of you?
What are you trying to say?
Yes.
Say.
So who did first? And I just say a level.
The Chelsea side too.
Chelsea better is side.
Tie on come now would say.
Chelsea better is
side. Why side too?
So who did first?
Why side too?
Private meaning private schools be.
Why na private school in this contest? And why na side too?
Now side too near a friend City. City near private school.
And Chelsea side too. Okay. That's what I asked you.
And I make sure. So who
now
who do for be defense? Oh, private school.
So why will you come back again and tell me it's a pressure in the private school?
Now pressure side too.
Pressure.
Side to class we kona nipa 90.
And we pressure.
And our class.
And we pressure.
Share.
And we pressure.
Now nipa 90 defense. Me nim school bi o around hatwa say. JHS 2. O me nipa 6. Ntu visa akranzo to 6. Oba no say so e go na onu mum na awi wo class.
Sa nipa na wo ka no. E one na wasem na aka. We sa nipa ni free private school. And the side to.
What mean the first?
Look at what you are saying.
What mean the first?
Look at what you are saying.
But
But we the whole side 24 the private school obedi
first.
Are you serious?
Actually,
And opo ba ofa mo who share no. Man do share.
Omo the first society. Actually, and that for more.
Sometimes Monday over Monday am here we.
Oh, David. Me name.
Eyo gine ni Sunday nwume dodo.
Na say nya nkwa na e okrada. Me so me ya anya okrada. Oni o ma na okeke kan na me hu ni o ma ni.
Me mfa ba bia ba. Sunday me person say. Nicholas Jackson. Born now Manchester. Although ye believe didn't that bia ye Chelsea for City that there. Now was Haaland City to find be Haaland me book him or team set chances. No one share just a goal. Now na Haaland but next game I bet 4 goals. No why you din by ye Chelsea the Nicholas Jackson strike a bien wa in the first season my baby. I was Chelsea. Apart from maybe Diego Costa in the first season or I mean I'll take the league by storm. So I mean whatever Enzo Maresca is doing actually I'm impressed and I think that if Yenya I mean a quality goalkeeper like Peter Cech money Mendy Mubaya Chelsea saving the situation because Mendy Sanchez this season you bought 8 games right everyone leading to go why only mistake in kwa they are sharing 2. Who didn't compare the top 6 teams now? Among the first 5 and the first 4. Ubia goalkeepers in your so error leading to goal. You're constantly 10 goals. And you see, if you're goalkeeper, you must save some situation because our boy Yaket is just this year. On a good day, Mendy and Kobachino. The grandma Jamie Carragher say that he was scared because ball not going. I'm not doing the ball in the ball and him. We're cutting any. Because a good goalkeeper who do a crowd do teach ball. This game, Newcastle goalkeeper Nick Pope. A do a Newcastle they pressure see. Was it Wolves? For instance, Wolves answering your counter attack. On ball ball dignity and a clear ball. Can you Wolves Sanchez second goal?
Yes. Are you talking about weekend way?
Make up here Nick Pope.
Weekend way near Newcastle.
Newcastle Brighton.
Yes. Me to manya bobi na come kwa into ordinity born boy na nam go where yen is say no any other option so obe raising it there atepe bona ma born ako and I think that Sanchez has been good to Chelsea this season. I mean Mitman said this is why yes he's been doing some incredible things but then the crucial moments now ube here Sanchez unyano so I mean actually I'm on I think that I'm impressed. The I'm in the basic, but Mikel Arteta so near there. I think he has to be very careful.
That's why.
Now other answer was recently. Asuma makaning na facts. That is the reason
now
why.
That
is the reason why.
You see what's hard to make question.
That is the reason why. And Christopher Nkuku decided to January person features.
Uncle baby. Wakati.
And Koma Unimidi, Minka Bibia, Uri me seme
That's
das.
was
As to say me, and now we be as
I said the way I was meaning the entire was as a bia and I made them your controversial. Nah.
Me now who so your controversial?
Who now can? Who now can?
It will controversial.
As some no me dey asem to baby asem ne to. Now wash your start. Now wash your near me ko. What the spiritual kakra ka ho. Now what the near man. So what is
the tough account?
Then
we bet me akomenim.
oh yes.
Listo, na minti why?
Mesel she we no so nefa ayi na me we no se na me hia de no de beto so de ma me. Barcelona ne Sevilla abuani Andra. The game was anticipated to be, a tough game. I think when we Spanish La Liga now, there are some oppositions like Sevilla, Real Sociedad, Bilbao, Madrid, Atletico Madrid. These are teams that some more, and at some point, not in Valencia, so the same bracket. Maybe I'll wait to me upset to be from the other way. But in terms of European competitions, teams are over the years almost represented La Liga now. These are the teams I'm able to. Then outside these teams, be upset back. So you see, which Mallorca ball 1-1 with Real Madrid. It was Santiago Bernabeu. Barcelona going to lose at Pamplona. Osasuna Sheno. So any woman but it was at Vigo. We know what Barcelona Sheno once in a while, but matches are match more day. It be a Villarreal, so the Villarreal be ever count. So if this top two but Barcelona making sure say omo in lightweight kwan omo Sevilla fast no na reho within the first half na no match 3 and ankebet my more nankebet my there I am more. But then in a game no I noticed something, and it appears that history might repeat itself in a sense. We have the starting 11 of our Barcelona team now. Inaki Pena and a dark post him. Left back Alejandro Balde, Indigo Martinez and Pau Kobasi, Jules Conde and a ball defense. Then I brought friend Mark Casado, Pedri, Lami Yamal, Rafinha, Ansu Fati, and Robert Lewandowski. Osha, 7 players from Team B, and I'm even say La Masia, 7 in a starting game. Before a game they finish here, now we 7 if you want more. Fermin Lopez, ebe ball match ni bi. Pau Victor, ebe ball match ni bi. Gerard Martin, ebe ball match ni bi. Pablo Torre, ebe ball match ni bi. Ono kwa osaso ye ne. Eshe 2 goals at the count. Then a brand here friend Gavi, ebe Bobby. Oma me Bobby. Diego Cochin, Hector Fort, Sergi Dominguez, and Danny Olmo. And to make my catches about Bessa, Ebia Uyi Frankie Dion 1, Oba Sechny 2, na Oba Lewandowski 3, Rafinha 4, Indigo Martinez 5. Anna Jules Conde 6. Only 6 players. Anna Omonfi La Masia. Pena was in a Barcelona B and went to Galatasaray and were returning. I know that puts him in the absence of Mark ter Stegen. They managed, they did very well and winning game. But I want to emphasize on the history of La Masia dominating the La Liga again. Table no. Barcelona lose one game this season. After 10 games, almost 27 points with 23 goals difference. How much goals do you pa? La Liga. I'm not sure there is any team in the La Liga. How much goals in Barcelona? Barcelona shot 33 goals and we conceded 10 goals. That is almost performance. Now in 2003, and a papa your friend no Joan Laporta, I'm sure somebody in the picture better screen is no be here. I don't know, so this is the first time I make up papa we ask him, but I want to emphasize and this time be limited to the similarities of what he did after an interesting scenario in 2008. Now in 2003, this is a lawyer who has pushed he had a group, a pressure group, from the Elephant group and the Elephant Boys were pushing they are trying to push the Barcelona agenda. Then in 2003, he decided to contest for the positioner. Now Gaspar the Ejadia tour. So when papa be a friend of Bassat and an compete. Now bibia HSA Bassat no na also yede. Na also owini. Joan Laporta a young businessman who is a true and true cooler, a true and true Catalonia, a true and true Barcelona. In Abrante friend Sandro Rosell. He was very popular and very integral in everything Barcelona. Joan Laporta to me the support of this man. Joan Laporta deploy an interesting campaign strategy. The interesting campaign strategy was that that time no, now Real Madrid are building Omo Galacticos. They had, the big guys. So, Joan Laporta, a strategy and said, I will bring, at that time, the most popular person, if not in sports, in football, David Beckham. He promised to what? To bring David Beckham to Barcelona if I hear coolest not to aba at the manner. With a coin of fast, with the help of Sandro Rosell, selling the message, he became an eventual winner and winning a seat. Winning seat. David Beckham didn't move that year. He stayed. So, first campaign promise failed. Ophélie, the first campaign promise, that is bringing David Beckham to Barcelona. The first season, he didn't win any trophy. And that's that time, Barcelona cost 6 years without winning a major trophy. Before I know about Bebana. To know the answer, the first year, they can one. Now, I 6 years. Then, or you're not doing, sir, or best Sanyama. And a quite so, and of fast Sanyama. This is what he did. He sacked almost, you're making sure they almost sacked Van Bronckhorst. Van Bommel, you can name them. Gulli, more.
Yeah. French in France, yes.
He made sure say, "Oh, you the film." Then it became only oja 3 players from the old block. That was Omonoma Bo. Basani 6 years. I don't want to mean them. NJ trophy Papa Bia, Enfama Barcelona. Ebeka 3 players. 3 players near Samuel Etofils, Ed Milson, and a branch of any Deku. Then Okofa coach FN Frank Rijkaard. I didn't buy Frank Rijkaard, but there were a whole lot of hula baloo. Hey, now Kofa we friend. Do Frank Rijkaard no aboye den waboba sada. Right? Kofa Frank Rijkaard didn't buy. Then instead of David Beckham Amano, he went and brought Abrante FN Ronaldinho Gaucho. Then told Frank Rijkaard, say, Papa, build the team around these players. Then let's go to the La Masia. Making sure, say, Victor Valdes, Carlos Puyol, Oleguer. These are guys, they've been in the system for a very long time. In the Barcelona B, make sure you give them opportunity in the team. That is where Victor Valdes, they had a defender called Oliger Obekaya. Yeah. He was part of this team. Then Barcelona eventually won their first trophy under Papa Efreno, Joan Laporta, in the first season of Frank Rijkaard, in the second season of Papa Efreno, Joan Laporta. So it's just the decision he took, the resource. They also added Thierry Henry to a squad now no more there. Omo rebuilding now no more yen. Papa we enya issues. Brother, they had Kophobia from Mad Boys, Bison's Noise. They were ultrasa. Na omo, you know, Sanyama we over young part of the world that we take it for granted, right? They were causing confusion, commotion. Omo here they omo cause problems. Like Mayweather fans cause a problem. And when you mention Mayweather, it comes with certain level of brand B. You make what I say. Yeah. So we went to truffle team. Joan Laporta realized that he needed to build a brand Barcelona to become an enviable economic entity. So he made sure that our ultras group, though or no pushy an agenda with or the Elephant Boys, he needed to what? To break these people. And this gang planned to kidnap and to do a lot of bad things to him. But police, proactive police administration, Spain, they making sure somebody apprehended all these people and they were prosecuted. So this is how. And look, at that time too, Barcelona had issues with finances. They had issues with finances because they couldn't compete in terms of what buying players. They make an what you say. Yeah. They couldn't compete. Now I was saying, or making sure say, obey you see, mind you, this is a man who is a lawyer. Or need anything about maybe a financial management or accountant. And now Debbie. But somehow, he's been able to engineer a way to make Barcelona a profitable organization and a winning team. Then in 2006, Sana was 24 years maybe. Omo competing in couldn't get the number of signatures. I was so just to competing. So I was already Otwaso the next 4 years. After 2 years, says how do you see something happened in 2008. I almost say the exit pool and opinion pool 60% of MYBET.AFRICA coolers will not vote for Joan Laporta. And they were not happy with the way he was doing things. At that time, na Sandro Rosell, na ono buama Joan Laporta ba no. Na wate no. And he was criticizing every decision Joan Laporta take. He was, and it got to Omo Tuaban because on say or no, and I met Manka say he was the technocrat on na no ye true and true somebody as a Barcelona for you look up to and on we lead you be as campaign manager Edinaba no as he was on the board Joan Laporta had the SRT and he resigned from the board Emma omo to aba no ebe ye den you know nyama na Joan Laporta here ni they had issues with him and they were supporting Sandro Rosell. Like I said, 2008 issues came and 5 out of the 11 board members are Papa your friend Ferran Soriano was even part no vice president. They had 2 vice presidents. He resigned. Only about 5 now resigning here. Sir, there is basically vote of no confidence in Joan Laporta, so he need to resign. And Joan Laporta said on resigning because I can't 2 years and suddenly about between Yatuaba. Tenyandi on obey resigning, so he stayed on. And a some painful way in the team. So it was a difficult situation then. But this same man stayed on and look at what he did. At that time, that's 2008, Now Barcelona, way 2006, we're betting the Champions League near the idea. Now fi team na then, es interest. Obeka Ronaldinho era no so na then. Baby yeah. Thierry Henry era no Samuel Eto'o era no na then. Baby yeah. Olivier baby yeah. I feel na beka Victor Valdes, any Xavi no Iniesta because now they were part of the old block. Yeah. Somebody like Iniesta crowd he was playing, even Luis Van Gaal time he was playing, and Xavi na no bench na Van Bommel money and Juventus coach Thiago Motta na eden and na ebo. What he did was that with the experiment he did with Victor Valdes, Olivier, Puyol, Xavi, Iniesta, under Clivert now Otumi benya success no. He says okay then this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to appoint Pep Guardiola, who at the time not the only in the coaching experience or coaching here Barcelona be. After war no utim no on home right and no yes say yeah vote of no confidence resigning because what the Champions League we AGG League the following season went to me and defended 2 titles yet yes resign my no ama board members cry then I resign no what stay on now stay on ade a wo ye ne say coach a no coach team dia and akwa fanaba. It was a big gamble and sadly we actually me say we asimu say one take gambler you might not win. One take it gamble, life. One take it. Sometimes the risk be we take care. I'm not for be beggars. I call we then we what. But I think that because look at the situation I'm narrating to you. Ya fa ye kotoko ya. Say nana ya mponsa o. Look at how political this kotoko is. Nana ya mponsa o. Now you say wa course season ya nyama nko yinti on resign. Na board members 5. Ono an seti omo. I resign the campaign manager resigning. Criticizing and said you made the OD. Do you think the wait must stay? That was the situation. Joan Laporta na make answer. That was the situation in Okomo. He stayed on, and what he did was that Okofa Pep Guardiola. And Pep Guardiola he told Pep Guardiola, say you're rebuilding in 2004-5, right? And Ebesuaba Emma 2006, 7. Yet me then we need trophy 2008. And Yama dan kuyi. My Pamo Clivert. Wo and my kaka. What's a Clivert and Waboba Suna pain? You make what I say. My Pamo Clivert into Obra. Never the Bayer rebuilding. What did Pep do? Kolamasianum promoted players, Busquets or the Pedro. There were a lot of Barcelona academy boys who promoted out there or build a squad, and they were unplayable. Everybody knows this. Okay. And even within 12 months period, nobody has been able to do this record. It is Papa your friend Joan Laporta era. And we winning 6 major trophies in 12 months. Making sure say that time now ye Messi the naba. Making sure say after Ronaldinho, this is what they did. And Barcelona finances were over the roof at that time. You know, they rank Barcelona, Forbes rank Barcelona finances near the idea. They were rocking shoulders with the very best. In we first year, they were part. You know, they and Unim, they had a history of what? Not signing a sponsorship deal at the Momo shirt. Unim say under Joan Laporta, almost signing a contract with UNICEF. And the contract was that Omobema UNICEF 1.5 million euros every year. Say in normal sense, nka share today, nka corporate entities na eden. Eba normal de omo tari ababeto. But in this case, Barcelona Momo was paying UNICEF and putting their logo in their shirts.
Okay.
Then pressure by 2010. Was so there or resigning. He resigned, moved to politics, called Catalonia for 2010, 2012, called parliament. Then Nipana na all day or criticizing no ye de denia de adeno na ekwani mu abie. That is Sandro Rosell.
Okay.
Ebe replacing no. Sandro Rosell be replacing no. Within 2-3 years, na papa na destroy everything Barcelona. Even the brand Barcelona na papa na destroy no. Sika Joan Laporta pegu woni nyina papa we and name a situation no a typical example. Afi Barcelona na omo rely on omo La Masia to eno nema ye hu omo say this is who they are no. Papa we besesa no was signing players left right center. Coutinho ni ekukuru sika na de akwa sign no. Antoine Griezmann since sign on players nyina. And also the issue by and was no then resign. Then the left hand man, they no on any corner crana or mono Minaye campaign the two. A year Joan Laporta, or only be replacing Joan Maria Bartomeu, or no crowd or your West. Essay Sandro Rosell. Best say Bibia. Afi Barcelona do baby nafi Barcelona finances inti. Na utimusa nyama mwa etempa. Then they went back to a year Joan Laporta. And I'm going to Joan Laporta by. Joan Laporta by now also re-engineering of their finances. And when you say the levers no kaya. First lever, second lever, third lever. And he was what? Correcting the mess these people created. And can you say 2003 no by they were a mess. Even there were threats in terms of hooligans, ultras, and no cause confusion. He made sure say or neutralize you or build the brand. Now you decide the number. Say Omrambe build the brand Barcelona. Ombe ye Barcelona and fee omo financial quagmire or mumi. Non for munsi pempenswa club on the to my fan into my paifra. The first season or the Xavi. Can you say that Xavi in the side? Na Xavi were I think if any Fonte. Not Xavi ever Fonte side, right? And Papa we am fan when you Xavi didn't buy. Xavi buy on the first season to Major League. The second season, if you look at the circumstances, now it's more like in terms of coaching ability. And then they will use Xavi Eddie. Oh, you Xavi Eddie no. And Okofa a year Hansi Flick. And look at what Hansi Flick has done to the team. It's not me starting my premise no. Me di can the players are. Wala masia ni mo ya promote omo. And if you look at how they are playing, the confidence at which these players are exhibiting on the field of play. Look, they wanted to sign Nico Williams. Today, they are giving Ansu Fati an opportunity to relaunch his career. And I have no doubt, sir, if he will work hard and chin in mind, say, I want to succeed. Barcelona, I think, say, under Hansi Flick, he'll be able to succeed because now he's been able to improve all the players. We're improving all the players, and show player bit is a keeper no penna no and Xavi no was papa say we ni ho testage ni ho no dem a problem pa but testage in prior we are not seeing that he is keeping the post Paul Kubasi and or pair no with Abrante Ayefreno Indigo Martinez Martinez
Martinez also like they say this season
and
surprising player for me, the way he's playing
exactly under Xavi
non kan kra
na e was sanko kra this is na was sanko enye coach almost san ya anko no be den ebeko I like this Rafinha so be den ebeko because na Xavi who how be use Rafinha because he thought say Rafinha could only operate at Babia Lamine den or operate but look at what this coach has done they make what I say so now he has built his team and about 90% of this team is from La Masia and he's giving them the freedom to exhibit a year or more talent and with the help of the senior players and look only Mr. Lewandowski last season the reason why Omuma I pardon my friend is a Tiger I know call Betis loan also go for striker be free Brazil
yes made in amount under 20 Brazil team now under 20 nearby non and lead on attack no
Victor
also the entire man by January they say no mo say we asa Lewandowski I asa so one of the young player ba be replacing no but oba man 1 or 2 3 chances no amfa no right no mo say ne you maintain Lewandowski na it even cross some point in last January no I said Chelsea here then go fan for short fix what I said because na Barcelona uko be biana the way they were disrespecting him and all that omo match omo uni free near there but under has a flick only some about 10 matches was 12 goals in the La Liga he's improving each game. This is the coach you are talking about. Look at Rafinha under Hansi Flick. We'll deploy in a different role and he's functioning very well. It is what this Barcelona team is doing. I want to give props to Joan Laporta. And people will use a lot of things. And I won't say he's an investigation. And people are using Nico Williams, Nico Williams signing and they say, because of that, do about one almost 20 because no more expectation of the Nico Williams better. But I think if you look at what they are doing now, now what Koswa no idea, what supporting because why you be that? I have no doubt people praise Florentino Perez now that. But I always say before Florentino Perez, there was Joan Laporta who was not even relying on shared sponsors and shared sponsor na there anymore no a significant amount of revenue streamer clubs enfe niagro you know what I say clubs enye den enfe niagro so for him under the tenor so no more na because of some omo accept abo company be abo omo shirt so no nti omo ye den omo ma company ni mumu sika no should tell you something so I'm giving them the support and Joan Laporta business model, the intelligence, and how significant he is in the history of Barcelona. No, mihuna na meniaje pa, and I want to emulate how intelligent he is because you see when you have an intelligent leader, and the decisions be obetake biano. Aya papa, unsa man focus on pamo Deco. Because Deco couldn't convince certain players to come and join the Barcelona team, but he kept him on. So he's somebody who is very intelligent, and the decisions mostly spot on. And look at how Barcelona is doing. Look, said this Barcelona team will go on to win the La Liga, and Gavi has returned. They are waiting for Frankie de Jong to also return. Then Araujo so ye den La Masia boy I didn't even mention his name or no say La Masia boy what I said then the wako full season no then you can see the talent so these senior players will come and join them at a time obeka say bi ankura no aba maybe mental fatigue and they will have some level of complacency, and I say they will not know how to go about the pressure that comes with what challenging for the title. But then you get these senior players around. I guide you no more to me across the line. If you look at what Real Madrid is doing, Obi Osho game in against Celta Vigo, who says they didn't deserve to win that game. With the number of chances Celta Vigo had, even before Madrid shot first goal, Celta Vigo had 1v1 on 2-3 occasions. So with what Madrid I think that, and with almost past we say they are very good in the Champions League. They are very good. I think they will look at what Barcelona is doing, and this weekend, if Barcelona are able to win that game, I think Real Madrid will adjust and says, okay, then let's put more effort at our Champions League, because looking at what Barcelona is doing and how they are winning, even with difficult grounds, they might win the La Liga, and it will set the tone for the rebuilding under Hansi Flick. It's even the Papa a friend Laporta and Nabaso, and this is in a story, and this is what he has done. Barcelona team, and very, very encouraging.
Well, listen, my now say still sports arena and I de no. I'm an name near Kudim Komaba, the Befi, but the face no. The Kudus Mohammed incident is see as Ghanaians, Kudus na people are complaining, said these things are not a good thing at all. A man for say a brand no you sue wet bia na and your wet papa, but people are saying say no, that is not the way to go. Maybe your phone maybe so much in chow near the refugee fisem no na the way and your ACTL. Mameno on start Vincent, Kudus Mohammed.
Yeah.
It was quite unfortunate after a good game or static game he getting the first goal against Tottenham Hotspur. Now you better can I don't know say a quiet fast so I Tottenham for no more West Ham for no one and I can't remember take his away now. And now he's going to miss from now Obebo game West Ham. I think it's around 25th.
Yeah, after
of the international break.
Yeah.
And I worry Magana because now CMPO Kudus a fitter. He has a lot of things to add to the national team. Now he's not going to play any competitive game till the 25th. And as I tell Ghana the international games never bono. And so, I mean, what do you make out of Nyomana Ekoso Enra and as a Saturday?
I think I mean what happened to Mohamed Kudus was something that was very, very, very unfortunate. Because looking at Kudus scoring the first goal for West Ham in the 18 minutes, in himself, I mean, in this games, landing there, I had the way supporters, through players, and I mean, they were playing away from home, no more Tottenham Stadium. So, I might think what happened because I couldn't watch the game. I was reading commentaries, and before I was a Kudus when I was like, oh. I mean, it's good to see Mohamed Kudus back to the score. I think this is the second goal this season for West Ham. Because last season he scored a lot of goals for West Ham, and this season now all struggle. So seeing him score, again was very incredible. But Oshe how Kudus in your red card. When notification is Kudus has been sent off, and I thought Sabia was a double booking. Binabia with future players to be now. When you have red card, so before highlights from the game say it was true. Hitting, defender no, and a man red card. Initially, referee man yellow card, but VAR ko here no who say.
Onwa Kudus na ngasa.
Yes.
After incident this year, now oko twice wako.
Yes.
Because enya one, nipa be two.
Asanso bo matasa.
Yes, enti he so sad no, and now because of VAR on we are then you cannot go scot free.
And I think. With the reports, I think Mike Dean was, was part of the panel members that weekend, and he was saying there could be another punishment for Mohamed Kudus, looking at how incident in happened, because Mohamed Kudus was booked because of a branch and on that incident. And after that, was also Matasa. Then you see, the VAR was basically on incidents, I mean Van der Ven enyae was basically Van no share how or hit ya brantian and he near one who said Casemiro last season your red card bro also become and you see it's I mean this misconduct idea happening. I say I've never seen Mohamed Kudus I mean in this way. I mean we saw the real Nima, the real Zongo. I mean attitude with him because the Zongo for the no kwa on board to you or they can sign with him or didn't have a board. And even a Mohamed Kudus, and I think say quite unfortunate. I mean he's going through a lot after I mean the past 4 games of Mohamed Kudus. You know him say. Was it after the Central African Republic game? We saw some fans moving to Mohamed Kudus on social media. No a reply, man, being and sensing baby. And after that, he captained the team against Sudan. A lot of things. You know, Kudus, Ghana, then I come out see and I mean, these are some of the things that happen. It happened to, I mean, top players. I mean, who they to Zidane. I mean, who they are to a lot of top players, and it is something I know. Say. He's going to help Cruz. I mean, he's still young. He's here to come back. I mean, these are some of the things that sometimes some scouts, coaches, so more here on who say this attitude is not going to help you. Every time a scout and a coach is be crying you much. But I mean, this is the first. I don't know, but this is the first time I'm say Mohamed Kudus and I mean those closer to him and his management. They have to work on this. I mean, his emotional mentality because looking at how a game Mohamed Kudus is someone he doesn't like to lose, and this season Lopetegui by they've been struggling, and also ancient finding a fit. So scoring and getting sent off. I mean, in that way was Adia Amba. But I mean, I must say I was happy to see how the Ghanaian players, I mean, were exceptional in their league centers. I mean, this weekend because Yahoo Fatari Sahakwa. In recent times, he's not been getting playing time. Obeymu, first attempt about woodwork on the day. I mean, the energy in bread. Let's start and Sana Jordan are you everybody the winning goal. We saw Inaki Williams scoring. I mean, goals for Athletic Bilbao. We saw Mohamed Kudus. I mean, the Ghanaians were on fire this weekend. So I was happy to see Kudus on the score sheet, but later on it was quite unfortunate. Said he got sent off, and I think this is going to be, a lesson point for him because in the Premier League, once they know say Ubit will lose 10%. Is it? Enema Abrafono Bobo Eyuno. Sometimes it's not only about the tactical approach. And you been Sudan for the share. And yeah, about tactical approach, say winning in Bobo. Uber finding, I mean, the weakness of your opponents. And they say Mohamed Kudus Ekushia any other team. Especially now Kushia in South American player knows who could describe on the Tottenham boy, Obo Biasum, or Beshel before more. The Ukita born, no to travel 80, no the do attempt. Obe provoke you, then watch your red card away from. And it's not. South Americans for no e ba na sa dark arts na ateta person den as na ye na emfa no omo na nim ye untimi mfa Germany for ne France for yes sa dark arts so when they make am nti Mohamed Kudus right now he's on the radar for most of I mean England players ne coaches no omo ba this ball or you good or jibo anipa 2-3 mon kan dark arts mon provoke no ni bube fu sesia. And I think that Mohamed Kudus should advise him. Say it's something that was unfortunate. He's still, I mean, one of the most important players for West Ham. When he's back, and we are when you say he will be training day in day out, and we cry now be year out of the games or the energy in about my Black Stars. On the meaning say on the on make say he doesn't feel comfortable to travel. However. And Nyame on the November 25th, if Mohamed Kudus is back, trust me, he's going to score for West Ham. But the Adena no, I mean, on the between hopeful say, I mean, football and the audio before everyone the least also we know the least mistake. Not the boy for but before the call by we na say why big mistake. All those now West Ham had a form that but now we're costing a team and we'll cost with him. You are, I mean, a key member of the team. With next games, 3 games over Messi, and it's going to be something that affect you because already West Ham team and something like this will affect the team. So I think that I mean, hard dream because looking at how our ball game. So I'm hoping that the games against Angola and Niger, or best stepping hard. Now, mathematically. So I think that Ghanaian players, they were on the score sheets. I'm happy for them because no baby some questions. I then I'm back Ghana because Inaki the Iron that's me moment because Inaki back Ghana. That's a ball crowd. Ni first touch crying. Go na Inaki share also almost from training grounds and Naba. So that means on my Black Stars. Omunya enough time in training na Inaki
all the national teams will be say. Apart from some who come major tournament, will be in your time. Time will be in your say.
So I mean actually I think that I had dream, but I mean my member players now so Jordan are you Semenyo Enyago, but I mean he played very well. Kudushi go yes, and Ibrahim Osman in the first goal for Bournemouth, and aside the first goal he provided 2 assists for Feyenoord, and that boy if it's fit I say against Sudan game no only he's also one
of the
but
he was here. Yeah, man, the crime now.
Oh yes, but we're so proud. Oban and yes, pride in our. But I mean, he's one of the key names in Otuado young squad now. Episode on for Mumbran. Yes, so I was happy for the guy.
Get to everyone on the local league. Score lines in to Ghana. House of Folk. I think that they are still doing well for almost 3 games now. A possible 9 points, has Enya, I think 7.
Yes.
I keep clean sheet 2. Coach Watara.
But easy. I think that after say House of Folk losing the first 2 games, they haven't lost a game and Molusu crucial points against Dreams, against the Diana. And against Nations FC, and they won against the Young Apostles, which was, I mean, an emphatic victory for them. So out of 8 games, House of Folk are winning just 2 games. I'm gonna draw 3, and I'm gonna lose 2 games.
But after the first 2 games, they've not lost. They've not lost the game again.
Yes.
Yes.
And in time, I say, right now, last game I'm going money bitching boy. Some catch you say. Defensively, I think it's a House of Folk team, solid. But Usha House of Folk setup now, it's very difficult to know how House of Folk person born in game. Who share them who they coach in person here. And internet recently, I'm game against Dreams. We are not media for the post match because who besides how he wants to play. A question no person go 2 top no person born. You won't even see how the team is. I mean, setting up. Currently, right now, some of the players say Yomuti, Collinson, Hussein, Issa, Mo, Yomuti, and I'm number 10 Jason. All these players, Yomuti, Yomanima, on Bob, but you see how House of Folk person born game, and I'm on to me because in the last 5 games, was just 4. Was just 4 goals, 2 against Young Apostles. And 2 against Bichim. That was their first win. And I signed a debut about 0-0. So, want me constantly go. And it raises a lot of questions. Coach, And I think that House of Folk will need a striker. As I'm about to me about House of Folk.
To say.
I mean,
is it not early days yet? 8 games into the season.
It's not early days yet. This is as I'm about to me. Machine D, and I think that when they say Hamza. Isa na eshe goes mom na ye Hamza na ye defender na midfielder na eshe goes mom ono no dey say omon cross the board back how a coach ni ball House of Folk and she down and cross the ball and one thing about House of Folk laterals there yaya any runs for ni say omon cross zone maybe and they can't find Asama Boateng.
They have to work on it.
Yes,
they have to work on it.
Madika guy say House of Folk front 3 no front 4 Hamza Asama Boateng, Amofa, any other place. Omun na fako. Ko game against Bechima me ko he. Bonze Hamza Isa namha. Na asma Boateng so namha. Then the number 10 strategies Isa so namha si. Then na bonze omunyina ni number bebree. And it is something I think say has to folk team ni pa. So with me, I think say defensively Asibe any Yayane Ransford any goalkeeper no. Defensively I think say has to folk team they are solid. Defensively are solid, but omuntimi she go. And I think say they have to send okay, they have to work on it. They have to work on it. And Kakrebi on Kotoko Samate's game no. There was a game ananka menyanka mehwe bi because the champions against Asante Kotoko. But HOD this season there is one thing about Asante Kotoko team. I think say Prosper Ogum should work on it. This is House of Kotoko Yansha more than 2 goals in the game. Ebiana Madrid Nyambaso. But Kotoko games are so far this season. Omabo in the Ghana Premier League. Omunyambo Omunyanshe more than 2 goals in the game. Washa 1. No, they are winning, no, they are 3 points. I mean, a very satisfying say Kotoko in Lucy game this season. He's the only side that Unya Lucy. I mean, he has a game in hand, but the games are going on. You see that say Obesha 1 and now 1-1.
So is it good? Obesha 1, no one 3 points, and now Obesha 2.
But you see, HOD.
Me busa keke me busa.
And American in the league phase I born. It's important say any Ubenya 3 points. But Ebedru baby no the league phase you need more goals. So what the American say? You need more goals. And so maybe I will the arena or tournament or the arena. And they social 1 now says a chances. The least chance of opening is Benyana or the better can. That is it. Internet team be showing himself Kotoko there or Besha 1. What team holding now? It is something Prosper Ogum should work on. Defensively, they are solid, but attacking wise, and they start a season. Mekacho say, Lord Amwa is a player. I mean, people should watch out for. Or very clinical. And right
Abetamwa.
Sorry, Abetamwa. Or very clinical. And washe 3 goals. Ama Kotoko this season. And you see, aside from Kotoko, wingers, no attackers, who you or no washe 3 goals. Emmanuel Entry and Awuchi. So I should go. So Abetamwa born or born, he's very good, but I think the coach Prosper Ogum, offensive wise, also Omuye Huejuma, and Kakrebi on Samatex issue now ACN. I think the Nra and many crowd who say Samatex social media handles now posted say they've been attacked by Kotoko fans. So I think say I spoke to some few people I know say omo go game no. And omo chema incident ni see no wasn't say bia Kotoko fans because how let him win a game because me have been about game never me marry in a game how I didn't some attack but incident ni say on the Samatex game no Ajay is it Samuel Ajay or Solomon Ajay ewo Samatex team ni mu and or your bossy boy they've been complaining say the coach was playing him out of position and I think the boy had a fantastic and I mean even Francis Jetia I mean at the 44th minute. So I mean people were complaining say coach Omar Branton in your playing time about 24 says or in your playing time, so they were complaining the guy be supporting. So after the game me reports now me many say Obuase fans no more support Samatex because of Solomon Ajay. No more bass no one. No money Abranton no more budget Abranton and so and some of them will also bash coach no say this is a top player or more man a chance. And Kotoko I lolo bass na fans need them bar Obuase. Some Obuase supporters no more support Samatex no. Were having I mean I'm saying now I'm saying because now there's one woman in the yellow bus. We must odi supporters na them and na Samatex are Obuase supporters e retaliate and am woman team into so good almost and no more bonus so I mean issue was with it Obuase fans na so Obuase Samatex fans and no more budget omo kita Solomon Ajay banner and omo yededen omo nene sa kotokofan no woman nya issue so so born asum no na another interso sanso buy na sumboni sanso koy so that was when omo samates for no eto ebo pie ayelolo glass na first so the attack was not to the Samatex players but enam say na supporters ni gina bas no hom kita banana omo to bona bo so na kotoko fans reasons o eboni free bas man say omo mo gina bas no na to bo no that was when omo so to bo na ekobo Samatex bas na nazi and it's hard times the Ghana league the boy we no na the leading and as a trending stories away league me some of the very bad things that happen here and I think that you say that Samatex fan report but me report when you say and yeah kotoko fans they were not attacking the bus but because of ntokwana you see between Samatex Obuasi fans ne kotoko fans no muta ye lolum no buy na otiti ntesogum so mo na ne o san so to bo e pa ya lolo ene ma I mean sani man this so that is why I want to say be a kotoko team no e make any official report because it wasn't say be a kotoko players and I'm supporters ne attacking team it was between some of the Obuasi supporters and the man sani man this
me that's Benedict Mamintiu
okay on Kudus issue no ye name say Kudus a player bian or Dagana for Akumaso because last season ball bomber West Ham any performance or put or EPL no you know say obet me put in good performance a day in Munyambebre Ghana na enam ne so no European teams nso who say talent e Africa on bet me aba be febi but with incident me share match no I think from time na West Ham e call fem 4-1 na frustration aba onya ball the first incident on the defender ni nyae no I think ne otake no ewe bia ne ni anje ho nti no one ne kasai nti Kudus nya ball na 50-50 defender ne to fem no on Kudus side no butu ne eto aso miensa ansa na defender ne sorry nti ono sorry and with the actions na oye no say maybe anya say me can asemo kan but actions ni say maybe Kudus serious and I say ebia or stupid and I be nti me judi say na me no so na man react and but in the EPL senior Vincent boss no club bia ehwe player bia weakness ye hu sa de we bi da to the extent say na players bi wo ho a omuntimi mbo even Darwin Nunes by Liverpool first na edu be na defenders ni bi ride on the weakness say try in free game no so going forward no ya de ba ko so hwe as a player o start o career no and out of say no we move to bigger clubs into say club bi hwe attitude we a on be found by the club so I think we be wake up call amane hu say going forward no attitude dey nim say football no mo bo na akoma e no mo dey bo BBC a bibitimi how ma o react in a way later no odwen ho a betina ase abesa ade mpo nka menimpo anka manye den manye but going into their next 3 games of missing no crucial games ma West Ham omune Man United and ebo home in say last season omu share Man United home Kudus na man of the match in that game o she go prove good game ma West Ham that game omutimi pick the vital 3 points 2-0 against Man United obe me say this game a vital point ma West Ham meaning himself performance this season on and off after winning against Ipswich no enyama enkoye ombebo Nottingham Forest which is another big game because Nottingham Forest this season are very tough league no and now obeko Everton were picking form in the last 4 games so these are 3 crucial games and West Ham be here could do service but with attitude kaka na anger issues e ba any ntino obe me say these 3 games in the league almost share say maybe a better more than these 3 games depending on senior FA no ebehwe incidents because enye baako mienu ene sie though say referee ni man yellow card on the first incident because no feel say out of anger na action be na decide any by but with second one no enema va the fair referee no mo demand red card inti ye hwe say at least on be maintain 3 games we na obeba back ababebo omuni Newcastle game on be ball on the 25th amu wetimi put up the good performance or the Emma West Ham team no
me that say listo yenwe yenhwe stories na on yenwe
yeah with Kudus then obviously it happens we've seen players lose heads and I don't think so that is who he is. I'm not sure onye Diego Costa. What I say?
Diego Costa must start from somewhere.
And you see, no, Yo Costa from the collaboration.
Yes, but I'm saying, say,
we know he's old enough. He's matured in the game. Wabo right to dream. Wabo Nojeland. Wakwa Yas. Waba Western. Wabo first season. The second season. What I say? Ena Abba. We've seen. You bet mark a lot of players are no only temperament issues, but could be better than before. And I think that this is one of those things. He's somebody Okrabo, you trying pa, and Upu be a wasenka, or lose, or you be a yes, Kofono losing a command tentem na, Akabana, or boss maka.
So a dear Nebema Sadi, yes.
And I'm saying, you see, it happens. You need park, so they make a water. It is possible to A Van de Veen, or any work issues that are. Can use a Van de Veen, no what in him. Era division him.
Yeah.
Ana waba ana born no born ye entina make can say you see we've seen with Hakim Ziyech last season one show be as more Chelsea shirt last 2 seasons and any space we more what I say any space obo bi asum but no one thing say they didn't omo anyewe omo punish no but obia no obi ohwe game no bia we say osanke yeah dey your man red card. He was lucky. They make what I say. So it happens. Team no any question. You will be and someone or the uncle can't catch it. And I'm all losing the temper. And you will be all losing the temper. This is the extreme obey my call. So I think that will be one of those things. I'm not sure say he has problem with that. And you can understand, team as a players are sound around you. Now opponent be come kwase some side Chelsea be on the field of play. You lose your head. And I think that he will take this time I'll be off to reflect on a lot of things. These are some of the things that come with when you are growing. These are some of the things you do. Obey mistakes, then you correct them and you become a better person. So I don't want to dwell so much into it.
Okay.
There were some people who were even happy. Said now this is the football we knew. Sometimes I was say BBC see gidi be here a palm na just say nafi ama grona there I the honum. So it will be a big blow for West Ham team. And what is even the big blow? Because omo oni mo lusu o shaba akone ya shefo o shaba akone afa chiro na ama shefo. So omo team na nkasa nye team papa bia so omo pa mu coach na omo pa mu coach no na se na be ya. And I think that if they were winning, I'm not sure that he would have done that. You know what I say? I said they were losing. This is the caliber of person he is. You know what I say? So we shouldn't join or more at this stage. They will use it to judge him. No, no. You know what I say? So we need to protect and protect him well. With Kotoko Winnie.
Yes, Oko with 3 back.
Yes. Bertrand Akase Kotoko is likely to score at least 1 goal each game. So the only thing the team needs is a proper defensive solidarity.
To keep a clean sheet.
Just keep a clean sheet and you win the matches. Just keep the clean sheet because every match be a go. So match be 1-1 shego just or miss a chance. Which means he had a glorious opportunity to score. What I say. Yeah. So if you have a striker like that, all you need to do is to give your team defensive solidarity. And one maybe only Justice Blay. So just bring Justice Blay into the side because he is the soul and the spirit of this team. He from the old block. He has won trophy in Kotoko JC. He has lost trophies in Kotoko JC. He has lost matches in Kotoko JC. And even at the time we were doing well in the Confederation Cup, I drew to me call group stage. He was part of that team. What I say. So it is important that you be keeping on the field of play. So I fit and go on there. I don't see why he should be on the bench. And playing him will only help your chances in winning the league. And now Kotoko 6 matches now Kotoko abono.
No Kotoko about 7.
7, yes, 7 matches.
8 games so far. And
Yeah, 7.
Legon City's out.
7 na kotoko abono. We conceded only 2 goals.
Kotoko conceded 2.
Yes.
Against Young Apostles.
And Brekum Chelsea.
Brekum Chelsea.
2 games no OTV 7 marks and 5 clean sheets. And it is the clean sheet that will win you the trophy.
And with the 5 clean sheets now, Kamara put clean sheet against Karela. And that is the only clean sheet he kept. Anna.
Yes, because what that mean,
What that 2.
Yeah.
And Frederick.
Ada Diakano.
Okay,
5.
Frederick had 5. Okay.
What I say. You see, you were 2 world-class goalkeepers. To be obeyed them, no problem.
Okay.
But the point I'm making is say, it is the defense, the clean sheet that will what will win you the title. As we say, you call Brekum. I share one in a keep clean sheet. Can you point now? Saying, ye Young Apostles. Ye she go in the just second to me keep clean sheet. Anka then 7/7
points.
Kawachum. Let me come out and say. So it is important that the coach must understand. Say defense no bet to me winning the league, you know. And the defense, you know, there is one person that was so there were part. I've said sir Ablo, any Samba will play the center back correct. But the extra man that will bring some level of aggression, intelligence, area battles, grand battles. Hey, I brought your friend Justice Blake.
So you believe the threat back is going to fix that problem, Anna? Because
you see, as I say, Justice Blake must be on the pitch. That is the bottom line. He must,
irrespective of wherever he will be playing.
Yes. So he must be on the base. So if the coach in the as a threat back, no, will limit the defensive deficiencies of Michael Che Jamnane in Team Menua. So be it. My back can and I made it clear. I'm always say Massembia make be a otte because the assistant coach now message me abba me inbox me be message me pen.
Oklo.
Yes.
Okay.
Meaning they are aware of everything that what we say. Into Justice Blake inclusion very crucial. It's a good win. Samates one or J League in Washington. Now Akaye outstanding game in Legon Cities. I was say it to me a day. I bet you almost show me. I don't know. I was say if near the Escado.
Okay.
Near Babe Boss show Monafi, TikTok league table Nafi show. Yeah, don't lose a match. Because who are blow any a year. Unel. With either Frederick, any Kamara there. Now Justice Blake Zambia. Any more there, one more pen, one more. When him say actually is sorted. That is the bottom line. First, John Terry Mono, Drogba no the person no ball back up to because him say all the back to ma. It's is safe. That is how you win trophies. So the concern say also share more than one. No. Me I disagree. Say on share goal e be 0-0-0-0 and a problem. But say
the sort of Lions there. No?
Yes, every match be no try so the back up to net him. Or they better net him, at least Bakua. Okay. The only thing is they don't concede.
Okay.
And if you are able to build that way among your way, now strikers in who's a challenge, you for no, yeah, Juma. Almost be try some be happy on game.
Okay.
No what I say. Yeah. On my end, our game against Samate, we should have scored more than 1 goal. I watched the game. Should have scored more than 1 goal. What I say, it was a very good game. Now me very skeptical about that particular game because of Samate's how or to me rebuild your team no fast. With us there. Omoni dreams. In recent times, dreams cry or upper hand was surface channel so. For them to play draw with them no. But has problem has got to do with goal scoring. What I say has got to do with goal scoring. What are they doing that they are not scoring goals? I think they should be crossing a lot into the 18-year box. Because Nanu boy winning goal, he said it was a cross.
Against Young Apostles.
It was a cross. Cross the ball to the box. you know, set your team up in such that your wingers would cross the ball into the box, or your defenders. One way, Patrick Asiedu, cross no try na Ujafu, Amo share. That is what's supposed to do. Me say, person will go league anymore. Cross no, just cross the bracket. Asamaba.
Okay.
80. Adapt this. Send the ball to the 18-yard box, and you have somebody who is very good with the head and very good with the leg in Hamza. What is it? Nitini kwa na omani ku. Nitini na omani ku try na kra no mekra na ntiase.
No, Hamza na free into Obo Hamza so boy free so can.
Oh, I think say free any show anything be say or good in goal scoring. Dem come out say he is a striker, no Obo man, they will let you know say striker Obo, but as you say creating chances, scoring goals near there, then it's not part of the game. Hamza and I used to show Sadian.
Yeah.
What I say? I also say a money training for them. Coach, you know, all kinds of unity. No, I think say for so be answered in any so. Uncle, we not start. So to me, just our time goes no to a shame more last season. I think I has to be able to do well than what they are doing.
Well, I did you the NBC. What you have phoning in Anka? Nyame adrechna. Champions League night na Champions League game ho to MYBET.AFRICA catch obi aso be twa bet nkwa dia almost shops and online na one na so twa bet no and the game so ho a obetimi akwa akotwa bi na bibia etimi akoso www.mybet.africa so nya twa obedi udi so a yebetua akwa blue mi no water pen super no mo ene be ma onsu a emu wede ensu e kama omo be ma osa nsu na bibia etimi akoso e dia ma Ote Benedict, Ote Vincent, Ote Listo, Ote omunyina nka the entire production team ye no omunyina say ha hit mixer studio meeting Eric Calvin Asmedi nyame admechna obesa tie nka bim e be dia